I wanted to give you a little sneak peek of what we're learning in this tutorial. So we're going to be starting with 7 rounds of this puff stitch pattern where it's going to get us enough stitches around so we can actually make the virus stitch work. Once we get to the virus stitch, it's just a 4-row repeat. That's it. It looks complicated, but it's actually fairly simple. I think you're going to have a blast with this, guys. I just wanted to show you the ombre effect of the color, how beautiful the transitions are, and I am not done with this project. I still have a lot more colors to go. I can't wait to see how this ends up looking, but you can also color control this project by changing the color every 4 rounds. That's it. So let's go ahead and begin working up this center section with the puff stitches. All right, when working the virus puff stitch, we actually have to make a center section in order to make that virus stitch actually work. So we're going to work in rounds, starting with either a magic ring, a chain 2, or a chain 4, or even a chain 6 where you can slip stitch into the first chain to form that circle or ring. For round 1, we're going to begin by chaining 2. 1, 2. That chain 2 does count as our very first double crochet stitch. And then make 11 double crochets inside the ring or magic circle. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, and 11. Great. So including the chain 2 at the beginning, that would make a total of 12 stitches. I'm going to go ahead and pull my string so that way I'm closing the center. And then to close round 1, we're just going to slip stitch into the second chain of that beginning chain 2. There we go. Great. And then this is what we should be looking at the end of round 1. Moving on to round 2, we're going to begin by chaining 2. Again, the chain 2 counts as our first double crochet. Double crochet in the next stitch. And next we're going to make a corner. To make the corner, we're going to puff stitch, chain 2, puff stitch. So start by yarning over and then inserting our crochet hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull through, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, insert our crochet hook, yarn over, pull through, 5 loops, yarn over, insert our crochet hook, yarn over and pull through, 7 loops. When you have 7 loops on your crochet hook, yarn over and pull through all 7 loops, just like that. And then chain 2, 1, 2, and make another puff stitch in that same stitch. So yarn over, insert our crochet hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert our crochet hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, insert our crochet hook, yarn over, pull through, 7 loops on our crochet hook, that's the magic number, and then yarn over and pull through all 7 loops. There's our corner. Now we're going to want to chain 1 after making this puff. Believe me, it's going to happen, but when we do, it makes a big gap after the puff stitch. So I omitted it, I took it out. And we're just going to double crochet into the next stitch. 1 and double crochet 2. There we go. The repeat pattern for round 2 is double crochet, corner. The corners are a puff stitch, chain 2, puff stitch, and repeat around. I'll meet you at the end of round 2 to show you how we will close round 2 and move on to round 3. And 3, great. That's our last puff stitch. To close round 2, we're going to slip stitch into the second chain of that first chain 2. There we go. And this is what we should be looking at. All right, let's go ahead and begin round 3. For round 3, we will again begin by chaining 2, and again, it counts as our first double crochet stitch. Double crochet on top of double crochet, double crochet on top of puff stitch, and that brings us to our chain 2 in the corner. In the chain 2, we will make another corner puff stitch, chain 2, puff stitch. 1, 2, 3, 7 loops on my crochet hook, yarn over, pull through, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through. Great. Now here's where I want you to pay extra close attention. We are actually going to make sure we put a double crochet on top of that puff stitch. And if you just find the stitch next to it, you're actually skipping the puff stitch and you're just double crocheting into the next double crochet. I say this because we want to make sure we don't skip a stitch. We want to have 4 double crochet stitches on each side. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 4 will be double crocheting on top of puff stitch. 4. And that will bring us to our next chain 2 corner. Puff stitch. Chain 2. And puff stitch. And then 4 double crochets. However you can. If you can't get into that stitch, if you go into the hole right next to the puff stitch, you're fine. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, repeat all the way around. Right at the end of round 3, 1, 2, 3, we are actually going to want to make a double crochet stitch on top of that last puff. Don't forget it. There we go. And then slip stitch into the second chain of the beginning chain 2. Perfect. All right, so then moving that out of the way, this is what we should be looking at roughly at the end of round 3. All right, so the repeat pattern that we're going to be doing for round 4 through round 9 is just chain 2 every time. Always counts as our first double crochet stitch. You're going to double crochet in each stitch across to get to the chain 2. So do not forget to double crochet on top of that puff. In that chain 2, we make the puff stitch, chain 2 puff stitch. And then right after that last puff stitch, guys, I mean it, do not chain 1. Big thing, that's number 1, do not chain 1. And also make sure that you double crochet on top of that puff stitch and don't skip it and accidentally just go straight into double crocheting on top of double crochet stitch. If you need to, just to be safe, just make 1 double crochet after that puff stitch to make sure you stay on track. All right, so double crocheting across and then corner. Every single round, you're going to increase by 8 stitches, all right? So if you are someone that needs that stitch count to stay on track, there is the tip right there. Or I'll have all the rounds, every single round, broken down into how many stitches you should have in each round, located in the pattern itself. Corner number 4. 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3. There's our corner. Gonna double crochet also in that corner right after that puff for my double crochet on top of my puff stitch. And then I'm going to double crochet on top of my last double crochet. Do I have any other stitches before my chain 2? No, I do not. So now I can slip stitch into the second chain to close the round. Remember, every round we're growing by 8 stitches. You're gonna see a lot of the growth, the changing happening here as we close each round. Please count the number of stitches. It will mess you up. All right, if you do need any extra assistance, want those stitch counts, definitely encourage you to get the pattern where I have all those numbers dialed in for you so you know what to expect. Let's go ahead and work this up through the end of round 7, and I'll meet up with you very soon. And finishing round 7. Great. Closing round 7 by slip stitching into that second chain. And this is where we should be looking at. Fantastic. At the end of round 7, we're going to go ahead and grab our embroidery scissors and we're going to cut our yarn, leaving a long enough tail for us to weave in the ends. Now what you're noticing is for every round, we are starting and stopping in the middle of a side. We actually want to restart in a corner. Slip stitch into the chain 2 of one of the corners to attach the yarn. Fabulous. And now we are ready to begin the virus stitch. We're going to start by chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great. Skip the first puff and the first double crochet and find the next double crochet stitch, single crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 double crochets, so skip 1, skip 2, single crochet in the third, then chain 3, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, remember the chain 2 is a stitch, and single crochet in the third, and then chain 3, skip 2, single crochet in the third. Once you have 3 chain 3s right here, 1, 2, 3, then we will chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and single crochet in the chain 2 corner. Fabulous. All right, so that is our repeat pattern for each side. Is we're going to start with a chain 5, skip 2, single crochet, skip 2, or chain 3, skip 2, then single crochet, chain 3, skip 2, single crochet, chain 3, skip 2, single crochet, and then chain 5, skip 2, single crochet. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 2, single crochet. If you find that you're off count in any way, this right here is where you're going to get messed up because that first double crochet is hidden behind the puff stitch. So don't let that fool you. 1, 2, 3, skip 2, single crochet. 1, 2, 3, skip 2, single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and corner. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and single crochet in the chain 2. In the fourth corner, we will already have a chain 5 in that corner, 2 stitches here. We're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into that same chain 2 between the puff stitches, single crochet, and then slip stitch into the first chain 5 to clean up that join there and to close round 8. Awesome. Now for round 9, we're going to start by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. Now this chain 3 also counts as a double crochet stitch for the new pattern of the virus stitch. Make 9 more double crochets in the chain 5. 1, 2, and 9. Counting the chain 2, that gives us 10 double crochet stitches around the chain 5. Then find the first chain 3. Single crochet around that chain 3. Then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Find the next chain 3 and single crochet around that. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Find the next chain 3 and single crochet around that. When you come upon the chain 5, make 10 double crochets. And that's the repeat pattern for round 9. Whenever you come upon a chain 5, you're going to make 10 double crochets in that chain 5. And then when you come upon the chain 3s, you're going to single crochet around the chain 3 and then chain 3 to hop over to the next chain 3. Repeat all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of round 9 to show you what to do next. 10, great. To close round 9, we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain of that beginning chain 3, and that closes the round. Okay, round 10, great. We're going to start by chaining 3 again. 1, 2, 3, again counting as a double crochet stitch. For round 10, we're going to make 1 double crochet stitch on every double crochet stitch, and then when we get to the chain 3s, we're going to single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, and then again 1 double crochet in each double crochet stitch. When we hit the chain 3s, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Repeat this pattern all the way around for round 10, and I'll meet up with you to close round 10 and start on the last round of this repeat, which is round 11. 9 and 10. Great. All right, slip stitch into the 3rd chain to close round 10. Great. And then this is what we're looking at. Moving on to round 11. We're going to start by chaining 4 this time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This chain 4 counts as our first double crochet plus chain 1. What we're going to do is we're going to double crochet chain 1 in each stitch all the way around the double crochets. And then we're skipping over the chain 3 and just diving right into the next double crochet stitch. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So, double crochet in the next stitch. Then chain 1. Double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1. We're not skipping any stitches. Essentially, the double crochet and chain 1 is a makeshift kind of increase stitch, like we're making 2 stitches per stitch space. So this is what we're looking at here. Right, when we get to the end, we're going to just double crochet in that last double crochet, but don't chain 1. By the end of this section, we should have 10 double crochets and 9 chain 1s. That's what we're going for here. Then we're at that chain 3. We're skipping over that chain 3, finding that double crochet, and starting that whole double crochet chain 1, double crochet chain 1. Now because this is a corner, we're going to work all the way around the corner. Before we get to that next chain 3 here, we should have a total of 20 double crochet stitches and 19 chain 1s. That's what we want. You got this. Don't forget the chain 1s. And once you reach the end of that corner, just repeat the hopping over the chain 3, repeating the corner, hopping over the chain 3, repeating that corner, hopping over this chain 3, and I'll meet you to close round 11. Double crochet, Don't forget that very last chain 1 and then slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the beginning 4. And that is the end of round 11. All right. Okay, up to this point, we're really just setting the foundation for the virus stitch. Now we're actually doing the repeat. There is a 4-row repeat for the virus stitch that will be repeated for the extent of the entire blanket. And this repeat will include all of these valleys that we're going to fill. All right, so we're going to start round 12 by chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to skip 1, chain 1, and single crochet in the next chain 1. Just like that. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1, chain 1, single crochet in the next chain 1. Then chain 3. Skip 1, chain 1, single crochet in the next chain 1. Okay, so there's 2. We want 1 more. Chain 3. Skip 1, chain 1, single crochet in the next chain 1. Great. And now we're set up right before that valley right there. After we've made the 3 chain 3s, we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip 4 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and single crochet in the chain 1 right after. Just like that. And then chain 3. Skip 1, chain 1, single crochet in the next. Chain 3. Skip 1, chain 1, single crochet in the next. Chain 3. Skip 1, chain 1, single crochet in the next. Once you have 3 chain 3s, we are now in our corner. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, chain 1, single crochet in the next. Then chain 5, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, chain 1, single crochet in the next. I think you're starting to get the repeat pattern here. Okay, so what we're going to do for the rest of this pattern is after making the corner, chain 5, single crochet, chain 5, single crochet, then we're going to make the 3 chain 3s. Remember, chain 3, skip 1, chain 1, single crochet in the next, then chain 3, skip 1, chain 1, single crochet next in the next. Do that 3 times. When you get to the valley here, the single crochet, you're going to chain 5 and skip 4 double crochets and then single crochet in the next chain 1. All right, I think you got it. I really do. All right, to close round 12, we're going to skip the next chain 1, single crochet in the following, and then slip stitch into the very first chain 5 to clean up that corner so there's no gap right there. This is what we're looking at the end of round 12. We got all the loops. So that's the big thing for the round 1 of our repeat. For round 13, we're going to start those double crochets. So start by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. That chain 3 counts as our very first double crochet stitch. And then make 9 more double crochets in that chain 5. 1, 2, 8, 9, great, including that chain 3 at the beginning. That's 10 double crochets in the chain 5. Come to the next chain 3 here, single crochet in the chain 3 or around it, then chain 3 to hop to the next chain 3, single crochet, then chain 3, find the next chain 3, single crochet. Great. And now we're at that chain 5 of the valley. Really, the big thing for you to remember for round 13 is whenever you run into a chain 5, we're making 10 double crochets into it. So don't overcomplicate this. Chain 5, make 10 double crochets. Chain 5, make 10 double crochets. Chain 5, 10 double crochets. And then when we get to the chain 3s, we're single crocheting, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. That's it, all the way around. Okay, go ahead and repeat this pattern for round 13. I'll meet back up with you at the end to close and move on to round 14. Closing out round 13, slip stitch into that third chain. Boom. My goodness, this pattern is pretty. Moving on to round 14. So round 14, we're going to start again by chaining 3. And that chain 3 is again our first double crochet stitch. For round 14, we're going to make 1 double crochet stitch in each double crochet stitch. And then when we get to the chain 3s, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Then 1 double crochet in each double crochet. In the chain 3s, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Repeat this all the way around for round 14, and I'll meet you at the end to show you what we do for our last round of this repeat. And closing round 14, slip stitch into that third chain of the beginning chain 3. There we are. Fabulous, isn't that so pretty? And my yarn is already, so my yarn has that ombre effect, already seeing that color change here. Awesome. All right, moving on to round 15, the very last round of our 4-row repeat or 4-round repeat. We're going to begin by chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That chain 4 counts as our first double crochet plus chain 1. Now the repeat pattern for round 15 is we're going to make a double crochet stitch in every single double crochet stitch and chain 1 between. So I'm going to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. When we reach this chain 3 here, we're going to hop over it. All right, and then continue making a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. Find the chain 3, hop over it, and keep going all the way around. I think you got this. You know what to do. I'll meet you at the end of round 15, and then we're set to work the rest of the project. And ending round 15. Last stitch, double crochet. And don't forget that last chain 1 before you close the round. That's very important, and I could see that being accidentally missed. To close round 15, we're slip stitching into the third chain of the beginning chain 4. And here's what it looks like. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Okay, moving forward with this pattern, we're just repeating rounds 12 through rounds 15 over and over and over again. Now don't let this trip you up. Round 12 is our chaining round. We're going to chain 5, skip the chain 1, single crochet in the next chain 1, then chain 3, chain 3, chain 3. When you get to a valley, which is where there's that dip right here, we're going to chain 5 to hop over the valley and skip 4 double crochets. So 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and then single crochet into the chain 1. And then chain 3, chain 3, chain 3, up another valley, chain 5 to hop over the valley. Then chain 3, chain 3, chain 3. In each corner, we're going to chain 5, single crochet, chain 5, single crochet, making the 2, always the 2, kind of always going in this very cool diagonal line right here that's going to continue. And then chain 3, chain 3, chain 3 in valley. For every repeat of round 12 through 15, moving forward, we're going to increase the number of valleys that we are going to hop over. Don't let that scare you or trip you up. Just know that when you get to a valley, you're chaining 5 to hop over it, and then chain 3, chain 3, chain 3 to the next valley, and then chain 5 to hop over it. For round 13, it's just our double crochet round. We're going to make 10 double crochets in every chain 5. That's it. And then when we get to a chain 3, we're just single crocheting and then chaining 3 to hop over to the next chain 3. that we will single crochet into. Round 14, we're just building on top of round 13. We're making 1 double crochet in each double crochet stitch. And then when we reach the chain 3s, we're just single crocheting into the chain 3 and then chaining 3 to get to the next chain 3 section that we will single crochet in. And then round 15 is the round where we add all those gorgeous chain 1s in between our double crochets. So again, we're making 1 double crochet stitch in every double crochet stitch, but we're chaining 1 in between. And then we're hopping over that top chain 3. As the pattern goes, you don't even have to look at the pattern anymore. It becomes very relaxing. You're really relying on everything you did and the rounds you had before, and you're just going. You don't have to think, you don't have to count. You can just go. And I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy the relaxation and meditation this project can bring and the beauty that you can present when giving this baby blanket away. So what did you think of the project? I hope you give it a try. Right now I'm making this baby blanket for my brand new baby niece who is just born, so this is a personal project for me as well. Please let me know what your experience is working up this project. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below so I can help you out. If you did enjoy this video, please do all the things, like the video, subscribe so you don't miss my upcoming content, and all of the things in my community where I reach out to you and ask for your opinion and your help in future videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have the best day, and I'll see you with the next one. Bye guys.